Boom. Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just at the Lake of Ennerdale once more. We've head down to the lake, have a little walk. Beats walking around Whitehaven again. Seen enough of that. There's a big fire, van on fire this morning. So it's enough Whitehaven action for the day. So we'll have a look at the lake and the trees and the beautiful nature and in general Cumbria. There's some workers fucking skiving. It's the council come to check the parking tickets. Who knows? Does the parking machine work? The parking machine doesn't work, so there'll be none of that.
That wasn't him.
Family off for a walk in the summer sun of Ennerdale. The two dogs. First thing the dog's done was have a shit. I mean, that's another reason why I wouldn't own a dog. I'm not picking up shit, to be honest. I don't pick my own shit up and handle my own shit. So I'm not handling something else's shit. So I'm just on that alone, to be honest. I wouldn't have a dog because I'm not picking up shit. And I kind of hate it when the streets are covered in shit because of dogs and people don't pick it up. So just don't get a dog, to be honest, because they eat a lot, they shit a lot. The shit's horrible, it stinks. And I'm not picking it up. There we go. End of the debate. Like somebody's just dumped some on there, look. Somebody's just dumped dog shit in bags on top of the tree. Instead of, you might as well just leave it. Do you know what I mean? If you're going to do that, you might as well just leave the shit to fucking let nature get rid of it. I mean, people are just bothered if it's on this path, you know what I mean? Then you don't want to walk in it. But if it's just to the side in the grass there, then whatever. Well, what's the point of fucking picking it up to put it in a fucking bag? Fucking telling you, the next plague's festering in them bags. It takes one slice and the zombie apocalypse will begin, and before we know it, it's the end of days here, and we're all getting eaten by zombies. But if you watch the film 28 Days Later, they actually end up in Cumbria at the end of the film, and Cumbrian's kind of safe because of the low populations and all this barren land. So you come to Cumbria to survive the zombie apocalypse is what you've learned from 28 Days Later. You might just come to Cumbria to survive the stabbing apocalypse, many apocalypses that's upon us. Although apocalypse just means the revealing of secrets. That's all apocalypse means. It doesn't mean the end of the world. There's another thing, word people don't know, like conspiracy. People don't know what the word conspiracy means. People don't know what the word apocalypse means. There's a few of them. It's Britain's stupid. I mean, you watch that guy I put a video up of his, I mentioned him before, where he questions people in Manchester city centre on various subjects. Again, one guy was asked to name 5 cities. He stood in Manchester city centre, and he can't even get fucking Manchester. So that's kind of how fucked we are here. It's on a level yet to be seen by mankind in general. the stupidity levels of Earth at this point. Like, the people in the past and fucking, you know what I mean? The people who are building all these pyramids and all this kind of crack. In the civilization before this one, these people weren't stupid. I mean, even if you go back in fucking 1,000 years, people probably weren't as dumb as they are now. Although, I mean, there'll still have been the general peasants who were thick as shit, to be honest. That's a constant, forever. Having a swim in the river, fella and his kid, basking in the summer glory of the Cumbrian hills and lakes. Let's have a little look at the lake. Quite quiet, to be honest, for summer holidays. It's only a Monday, about dinner time. I wanted to go to the other side of the lake, down the bottom, to be honest, but the road was closed, so I had to drive another fucking 8 mile round to this fucking side. It's a bastard of a road as well. There's always it's one track road. I passed about 8 people as well, so I had to fucking pull over and reverse and let them pass, because most people can't fucking drive, and they just sit there looking at you like, what can we do? What can we do? We're stuck. No, well, one of us is going to have to fucking move, aren't we? And seems so you fuckers can't drive. I suppose it'll be me. I'll reverse all the way down the fucking single track road, shall I? So that's about the way of it, fucking 8 times. Oh no, tell a lie, the Royal Mail man, or woman, I think it was actually, the Royal Mail woman let me fucking past. She was the only one, the Royal Mail woman. So that's why you don't get your post, because they're letting everybody past. There's an island that isn't an island, that's kind of an island that looks like an island, but again, it isn't an island. Here's a car. It's going to mow me down. Euro forest. Well, we're not in the Euro, pal. This is fucking England, mate. So take your Euro forest and skedaddle. Kicking up your dirt that I've got to walk through now. Fucking infecting my lung. Dun, dun, dun. Fucking lake's dead high here, look at this. Sometimes when it's droughty, this bit's gone because it's droughty and it's not very, deep there. We're in full swing here, the lake's fucking full here. We'll have none of this talk of drought. There shall be none. With the family over the way there, basking on the beach. Yeah, that's what you do here. There could actually be tourists. You never know. Could be locals, could be tourists. You get the odd tourist comes. Last time I was here, I didn't film them. There was 3 lads from London. Had come up to camp for a few days at Ennerdale, and I was saying, why have you come here of all the lakes? Because it's an arsehole to get to, and there's fuck all here. But that was the way of it. Got some borders here on the lake, although I'm pretty sure there is a sign at the top by the car park saying that you're not allowed any boats on this lake, but it's not like Euro Forest's going to do anything about it by the looks of things. Euro Forest, somebody's built a little fish trap or something. I don't know what you would call it, but it's been built. A man and his dogs. I do. Hey. We found Forestry England. I wonder if there's a big rivalry between Euro Forest and Forestry England. Is the fucking people letting people's tyres down here? Oh, we've got a trail here. Is this fucking shite? This seems new. There is something at Ennerdale now. We've got a trail, but there's a massive fucking sign here that says danger. So, trail start. Take some time for you on our well-being trail. Look at this. Look at this. Well-being. Danger. Well-being. Danger. Does that make any sense to anyone else? That's the way of it. So yeah, let's go on the dangerous well-being tour here. See if we can break a leg or something, I don't know. It's new levels of excitement. It's new levels of excitement being reached here. The anticipation. What could go wrong here on the dangerous well-being trail? Dun, dun, dun. If the camera suddenly goes off, I was attacked by a lion or something, who knows? Pause. Be in the moment. I haven't got time for this shit. It's a busy world, you know what I mean? It's a busy world here. We haven't got time for fucking pausing. The world's going under. We've only got fucking a couple of years left here. There's no time to waste. We can't be wasting time. That's one thing we haven't got a lot of here. Time. Oh, it's up here. Fuck me, I've never been up here. Fucked already. I can't wait to go to Turkey and it'll be 40 fucking degrees and I won't be able to breathe. I'm looking forward to that. Not. I'm just looking forward to going with my mate, who's my mate since we were like fucking 14 or something, 15. So, just be good crack, to be honest. Be good crack. Notice what? Enjoy the colours of the forest. I am. It's green, but predominantly green, blue for the lake. Sky's blue and white. A bit of yellow now and again. So what? A simple way to really notice the surroundings is a colour walk. What are you subjecting me to here? I mean, you could have just put a pub, do you know what I mean? You could have put a pub here instead of this. And I think everyone would have been happier, to be honest. There would have been miles more happy people if this was just a pub. Well, is that just me? I mean, put a little kids' playground area in the pub so the kids can play. The parents can have a beer, sit in the sun. Everyone's now happy. I'm knackered already, and listening to this, it's like fucking listening to Marvin and Sue. Appreciate what you're thankful for. I don't know what the fuck's that's got to do with this walk. You know what I mean? I do appreciate certain things, but pretty much none of them have got anything to do with this walk. Oh, is this just a section where I appreciate? Alright, hold on, I'm fucking this up. I'll appreciate something for a moment. Yep. I've got workers, it's all gone to shit. I do. It says well-being walk, and then there's a massive danger sign next to it. Yeah. It's brilliant. Yeah. Brilliant. I don't know where the fuck I'm going here. I'm getting further away from the lake. I wanted to be at the lake. It's not really well-being. I'm knackered and I'm going in the wrong direction. And then I could end up getting lost. And then what? I'm going to have to shout at them fucking forestry men. Find me in 3 weeks, living with wolves. With not a stitch on. Howling with the wolves. Ooh. Can't even do it. I'll need a bit of practice or the wolves will never accept me. Move mindfully as there's wolves. I know, I've just been speaking of them. Fuck me. It's been a real warm summer, to be honest. Hasn't it? It's been a real good summer. I maintain it's probably our last summer. They're just appeasing us with a summer. Have a summer. We won't chemtrail you. We won't chemtrail you. You can have a summer this year. But make it a good one, because it's your fucking last. Peasants, was the cry. Oh, sweating like a nun in a cucumber field, was the analogy. Oh, I'm too fucked. Right, as I was saying, watching before, I've seen a few videos actually about, and a few people mentioned YouTube's changing the rules. I mean, everyone should just fuck off to Rumble, to be honest. And somebody should just build another YouTube and get going, because these people are going to fuck us over here. YouTube's part of Google, part of the system. That's why Google bought YouTube. Have lured us all in. And yeah, it's ultimately controlled by the people that you're fighting here. That's the beauty of it. YouTube is controlled by the people that you're fighting. So good luck with that. So probably Rumble is, to be honest, but fucking knows, somebody needs to invent one that the fucking government can't get rid of. Although I seen on Reasoned yesterday that Ofcom had sent a letter to some American firm, some tech company, trying to find them $20,000 for not listening to Ofcom. And Reason had the letter from the attorney on the channel on a video, and basically telling them to fuck off. It's got nothing to do with you, America, mate, and we'll take this to the High Court, and Trump should make some sort of decision on it. So let's be amazed and hope, seek out awe, shock and awe. Let's be amazed and hope something gets turned back on this Online Safety Act, because it's not looking good. And again, YouTube's new rules, somebody mentioned, like silent, you can't use other people's content. So it's kind of trying to silence us, if you ask me. Like spreading the word. They don't want you using other people's content and spreading the word when like incidents happen, which is exactly what it's for, just so we can't spread the word amongst each other and amongst the public, because the news is completely locked down. And right now it's the YouTubers and the TikTokers, that's the truth. So believe me, and long before now, there's always been plans to get rid of these people, and me and you, because ultimately it won't work with us. And it's the same with like VPNs. There's no logic in not banning VPNs, so the whole Online Safety Act doesn't work. So it's all coming down, to be honest. It's all coming down. I've seen plenty of videos. Embrace your imagination before it's too late. Use your illusion, as Guns N' Roses would say. I've seen multiple videos as well of YouTubers, a big YouTube as well, some with over 1 million subscribers, have been removed and banned for videos that are 10 years old, because it's got fucking fighting in it or something that's now deemed not socially acceptable but was 10 years ago. People with up to 1 million subscribers being banned from the platforms because they're systematically removing it. There's an AI system going through every video on YouTube systematically, and it's all done by AI, as we know. You can't argue with them. It's just, it doesn't matter how many subs you got or how much money you make YouTube or Google, because ultimately they don't care. They're rich enough, and they only ever bought YouTube to control it. That's not about money. That's why people can't understand why million subscriber YouTubers just get sacked off, and it's making YouTube thousands and hundreds of thousands of pounds, because they don't care, because it was always about controlling YouTube for these times, having well under control. By the time these times come, and they've only for years, And that's why they buy everything for stupid money. When you heard of Google got bought for like fucking £700 million, and it's just a screen with Google written on it in a box. But it's a very powerful tool. A lot of people use it, so you need to control it. So systematically, while everybody was sleeping, big business has bought everything. The same companies and conglomerates own everything at this point. And yeah, they've locked us up in a fucking box, to be honest, because they even everything out, food's delivered and not grown locally, and all part of the plan. And should you need to, you can completely shut down a society, because you pretty much own everything and control everything. Here's a nice bridge with a family on it. The bridge of family. Nice large bridge. If I can be bothered going that way. I think I've been up here before, to be honest. I just fucking semi-remember it coming up here. But not 100%. I do feel better, and on this well-being walk I feel like there's joy in the air now. Joy, even though we're talking about general doom and the internet getting locked down and YouTube being dicks, but there's joy in the air, I say. Look for joy. Find the sunlight. I'll look for joy on the way down. Does she live in these paths? Some would say, some would ask. So yeah, the river of justice. Obviously, everything is the river of either justice or doom, as you might have noticed, depending on if it's evil or good. I think will be the defining reasons behind that. Anyhow, so YouTube's new rules are you're not allowed to use other people's content, apparently, even if they permit you to. I think it's the possible, like the crack. I don't know, I haven't read them yet, just somebody put it in the comments, Paolo. Yeah, that's so. But again, that's all absolutely massively in aid of just stopping the word being spread of incidents that happen, of protests. Unless you're at the protest now, you can only basically announce that there's a protest there, so it's limited to your subscribers. Where with what's going on now, when people grabbing stuff and showing it, we're not like me personally, and I think a lot of people, we're not doing it to make any money out of that footage. We're doing it because this is the fight for Britain, and we need to spread awareness and spread the message. And if the people know that the entire country is rising up here, people might come with us, you know what I mean? So, but that's exactly why they're stopping it. It's absolutely why they're stopping it. It's why they brought in the Online Safety Act. This is the New World Order coming into play, and I honestly never thought it would be Britain. I've known this for years, and I never thought it would be Britain that would make all these moves first. Do you know what I mean? You could bring all this in like a more communist-y sort of country first before you bring it, but I suppose you have to bring it in a democracy, and everything will fall down. It's like if England falls and America falls, everybody will fall. Everybody. So the sex sign is very prominent, to be honest. We all need to connect. We all need to connect. Take lead from the trees. And indeed we shall. O faithful sign of the warriors. So, yeah, we do. But, again, just being absolutely done over here from the top, and all the government's in on it. The government control the police and ultimately the army. And the king's in on it, and the king sold us out, and yeah, that's what's happened here. We've been sold out, and I think there isn't to be a monarch in the New World Order, to be honest. And people say, oh, well, Charles will never agree to that. He will, because he's a multi-trillionaire at this point, and he'd probably rather just be happy with the money than having half the grief and stuff, and he'd probably still get all the houses. I don't know if that's definitely going to happen, but there was talk of no countries, no monarchs. It's a one-world government, so unless he stays as just a figurehead, but even then he's a figurehead to what? The old system, the old ways, the old system, the old empire. So in order to move forward, you would suggest it's a very, very plausible idea. We will get rid of the monarchy and the king because he is the monarchy, you know what I mean? But that representation, that old world, it's very much part of it, and that's what we're leaving behind here. It's Forestry England. So I think that was the lads that I fucking spoke to. So there's a very good chance they're going to get rid of, never mind, I mentioned before, footballs to go, rugby's to go, sports to go. It causes conflict. But probably the monarchies to go. Again, it's a very, very different future. And we're nowhere near there yet. That's the problem. We're making big moves here, but this isn't the final product. This is nowhere near the final product. And the world that everyone knew in, say, 1960s to the world everyone will know in 2060 will be polar opposites, to be honest. Absolute polar opposites. So people are in for a bit of a shock, to be honest. People are in for a bit of a shock. And it's beginning, though. It's beginning, and it's small steps, like the Online Safety Act, a small step. And each little individual step all adds up to a big, big plan and a big system, and ultimately control. And that's what it's all about, control. So, yeah, get ready for the new world order. I can't really be walking all the way down to the bottom of the lake, to be honest. I might just walk back after the path and sit on the beach up here and have a smoke and a drink of my can of Coke. So yeah, it's not looking good, to be honest. And anybody like even possibly Charlie Veitch, to be honest, because he's massively against what's going on in the system, unless he absolutely changes his content. Eventually they'll come for Charlie Veitch, I would imagine, but YouTube, I meant in general, not just the government or anything, but the YouTube, and probably like demonetize him. And I think that's how Charlie makes his living. And all these people, YouTubers, who make their living off YouTube and off adverts, and yeah, a lot of them, like a lot of people can't grasp by Google, don't give a shit, because they just don't. It's the river to the sea. It's actually to the lake, but never mind. Oh, yeah. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free from Hamas. So yeah, I can't unless. Well, yeah, I can see all these people again. I've often wondered two things, to be honest, about this September the 13th crack and Tommy Robinson. Because I'm not a very trusting bastard, me, to be honest. Because I second guess everything and question everything, and I just wonder about this September the 13th and two possible scenarios about it. One, is it just deployed to get all the dissenters into London, to the most CCTV surveilled city in the world? And so basically get everybody who's, or not everybody, but a lot of people who are against the government and the agenda into London, and capture all of their faces on facial recognition cameras, which are all over London. And obviously AI can sort all this out now and fucking log you all and put you in a file and la 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 la. So it's an opportunity to log the face of all the dissenters, and not just that, from a sort of terrorist level. It would be a very good event to try and blow up for the terrorists, because A, it's Tommy Robinson, B, it's the British Patriots, who in effect, that's who the terrorists kind of keep attacking when they do sort of the London bombings and Lee Rigby and all these kind of things. They're kind of attacking the British people and the British Patriots and the British kind of system, because our government backs terror in their eyes around the world. But at the same time, you could say that our government doesn't back terror. It backs the prevention of terror, and in order to prevent major atrocities in the future, certain people have to be taken out. And I think Israel would say the same thing about many members of Hamas and the Mossad killing to well, stop further atrocities of innocent people, to be honest. And the people who they've murdered, penultimately, often there is collateral damage. But the people that they've assassinated are often planning bad things for Israel and the West. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a shit show, to be honest. The whole world's a fucking shit show. But it looks like you're not allowed to say that anymore. That's the beauty of it. You're not allowed to say the world's a shit show anymore. It's you got to believe the news' version of events is what's coming, and that'll be your only. Again, because we can see this, any of us who have been awake, if that's what you want to call it, any of us have been awake for a while. When you watch the sheeple or the zombies who haven't got a fucking clue what's going on, who just watch the news, you see how it works, and how it worked on us before we realised that the news is fucking lying to us. You know what I mean? If that's the only information that you're getting, it's like North Korea, to be honest. It's like North Korea. If the only information you're getting is false, and you've got no one to say the opposite, then you're going to be fucking wrong, aren't you? You're going to know the wrong things, say the wrong things, and ultimately that's the plan. And it was working. It worked kind of till the internet come around and people started doing what we're doing and making their own content and doing their own news, and it worked till the internet comes. So again, this is what the Online Safety Act's about. It's shutting back down this access to information that they can't control, so they're going to control it. And the ultimate way to control it is either to make you fall in line by threatening your monetary existence on these platforms, or to just completely ban you if you will not play ball. So that's what's coming, to be honest. It's already started, and it's going to get a lot worse, to be honest. It's going to get a lot worse. We're absolutely being silenced here because a good section of society, maybe 20% of society, know what's happening. 20% of us know what's happening, and that 20% can't be telling the other 80%, or let's say 70%, because 10% of the population are foreigners who are fucking helping, to be honest. But yeah, the 20% can't be telling the 70%, or then these people are in real trouble, to be honest. So looks heavy. You won't put it down again? No. I mean, his mate could have given him a hand, like, but nope. Sort it out your fucking self. Put this bag on my other shoulder. It's kind of hurting, just carrying it on the one. I often think as well, it's just like, it's pretty like the Nazis. Like, we didn't beat the Nazis, basically, in World War II. We smashed the shit out of Germany, and we killed a lot of German people. But the Nazi ideology didn't die with the World War II's death. And again, we know that a lot of scientists and top Nazis were stolen by the British and the American government, and even the Russian government as well, to be honest. We know that as fact. So we know many Nazis and high-level Nazis did not die, did not face trial or anything at all. And yeah, these people still existed. A lot went to Argentina, kind of improved. Possibly even Hitler went to Argentina. And yeah, it was basically, the Nazis didn't die, it kind of feels. It's just like the Nazis went underground, and they realised that taking the world by force didn't work. It's too much hard work, to be honest. So the best way to take the world is by stealth, and that's kind of what you're watching. That they've employed a new tactic here. We're going for the same thing. World domination, total control. Do as you're told state. Dissenters will be put in. I mean, I remember telling somebody, he's a Sellafield copper, to be honest. I remember telling somebody like 18, 19 years ago that there would be concentration camps in this country in the future. And he laughed and he said, don't be ridiculous. And don't get me wrong, it's took a long time. It's took maybe 17, 18 years since I said that. But it's now looking like it could very much be a possibility in the not so near future. I wouldn't say the next couple of years, but in 5-10 years time there could very, very much be concentration camps in this country. So we've got some boaters here. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to go boating on this lake. I'll have to try and remember to have a look at the sign when I get to the car park again. I'll take this bag off. Yeah, so concentration camps in England, and again 20 years ago it was a ridiculous statement, but kind of that's how far ahead of my time I was as well. Like I figured out there was something to learn here when I was 26. Some people aren't ready till they're older, till they're in the 30s or the 40s for the information, but I was learning this when I was 26, which is quite young, to be honest. Because I learned a few things, and I just thought, hold on a minute, this isn't fucking right here. Hold on, there's something going on here. And ultimately, nearly 20 years later, everything that was kind of predicted to me in many YouTube videos that have probably been deleted now, everything's happened, or happening, or about to happen, or is in view at this point. Everything, the whole thing. And yeah, it's sort of like it's a 10-year plan from 2020 COVID to 2030 now. They're really going to implement this all in that 10-year period, and we're halfway through now. So you're going to see some big changes in the next 5 years, and yeah, if you don't believe me, you will in the next couple of years. You're going to see very big changes indeed. You're going to see probably a crisis or two. You're probably going to see riots. I would imagine there'll be riots. Civil unrest, I would imagine, is coming as well, because it's all part of the plan as well, to be honest. I've actually got a game. I'll maybe film it, actually. I've got the Illuminati game. There's a game, the card game for like the Illuminati. I've got it, and a lot of the cards within the game are things like civil unrest, pandemic, like possible ways to control the world. These are like some of the cards in the Illuminati game. The economic collapse is another one. Like, basically many of the things that you're seeing today are in that game on cards. And when I bought that game about 18 years ago, yeah, none of the things again on these cards were well, the majority of them, none of them were plausible. But now I think probably every single one of them cards, every single thing written on one of them cards is now plausible. So again, we're heading to a shit show here, because ultimately if what's happening is what people think is happening, is the new world order, yeah, then we're in a real lot of shit here. And pretty much everybody on planet Earth, to be honest. Pretty much everyone on planet Earth. But the beauty of it is, because it's kind of going to be an even society across the world, some people are going to get elevated. So when you live in a shitty country, your country's kind of going to get elevated, but Britain and the good countries kind of mean to be brought down. Do you know what I mean? They're too good in a way. So it's kind of what you're watching as well, like Britain being brought to its knees because it's too good. It's got too much national pride and identity, and all this again is against a one world government. They don't want national pride and national identity. This again could link into September the 13th and the Tommy Robinson in London thing, and why he wants everybody there, or why they do, or
we could be being played here, you know what I mean? And it's just to get all you on camera, all your faces on camera in one spot, right? These are all the people who are against the government. Now we've got them logged. As we go further down the road here towards what we're working towards, we've got some idea of who these people might be when shit goes wrong, and we can go and get them when they're in their houses on their own and they can't do anything about it. We'll come in the night and black bag them, you know what I mean? And that's what weather will do. So yeah, it's a fucking shit show, the likes of which you've never seen, and it's probably going to get worse, to be honest. Probably going to get a lot worse. Watching DGA media this morning, and I don't think it was a stabbing in the end, but another incident in Manchester city centre on Saturday night. There looked a lot of blood all over the fucking pavement. Could have just been a fight, to be honest, but I mean, he kind of writ stabbing in the title, he writ murder in the title of the one that I seen, and then I went up and had a look, so I put murder in my title because he put there was a murder, but in the end up I don't think it was a murder. So basically he does clickbaity titles. DGE media is what we've fathomed now from 2 videos. He's a bit clickbaity. He's actually the man that he recorded Nicola Bulley being pulled out of the river, and he got a lot of shit for it off quite a lot of people in the media and all sorts, and probably that fucking copper wanker who was in the Jay Slater case, I would imagine. So he filmed Nicola Bulley coming out of the river. Maybe slightly disrespectful, to be honest, and even if you did film it, you maybe wouldn't post it, you know what I mean? But I don't know how old he was, and I don't know how old he is now, and I don't know how old he was then. So it's one of them as well, like wisdom comes with age a bit, and maybe when you're in your 20s you wouldn't give a fuck and you'd post it and not realise, but me in my 40s I think I would realise, you know what I mean? But you grow up and yeah, it's you know what I mean, there's always reasons. You can't just say everyone's a cunt. You've got to try and figure out if they're a cunt and why they're a cunt, you know what I mean? So, well, I met him in Manchester, I had a drink with him, I bought him a drink, and he seemed alright, to be honest. I was only with him for fucking 10 minutes or something, and I was mainly with Quinny Media, predominantly, and drone unit I was with. We all went to the Migrant Hotel, and this Jewish guy as well was with us. And it was on the video anyway, and some fucking delivery drivers shouting fucking Palestine at us and telling them to fuck off. I can't speak the lingo. So, I've been watching some good debates on Islam with Christians and Islamists and Speaker's Corner and such forth and so on. And again, a religion that's only 1400 years old. Muhammad was a war general and a pedo, and he's got nothing to do with God, really, has he? And why is he a prophet 700 years after the fact? Do you know what I mean? 700 years after the fact. So it just seemed like a lying cunt to me, and all the Muslims are stupid, you know what I mean? He just fucking wandered around killing Jews and gobbing off and talking about God, and they all believed it. So it was to this modern day. Yeah, I watched the RAF, I don't know his name to be honest, watching RAF pilots, and a former RAF pilot, and he was just talking about Islam as well, and he said Islam in its purest form is like war and conquering, and that's basically the crack with Islam, like, you know what I mean? So Tommy Robinson said it as well, Charlie Beach has said it, it's all been said, it's all been read, it's all been done. And as we see with the again, they're like, who goes round? I was actually speaking to 2 Jews yesterday in Whitehaven. I bumped into 2 Jews with the hats on, and I had quite a long conversation with them, really, to be honest. And they were up in Cumbria from London, and I was talking to them for about 10 minutes. I was on my way to get some food that I'd ordered though, so I would have stopped longer. I didn't have my camera with me out. And I was on my way to get food, but I spoke to them for about 10 minutes, and I just said the Jews, I give them a fuss bump and said we like the Jews, like, he actually said, I think he was like expecting, he said he's from London, I think they were expecting, like they will be getting a lot of hostility, I would imagine, from people, and he kept saying to me, like, we want peace, and I was like, well, the problem you've got is like the Muslims, Hamas, the Islamists, they won't give you peace, they don't want peace, so that's why they did October the 7th, do you know what I mean?